What's up, everybody? Tomorrow we get Season 27 of Apex Legends. They already teased some of the content to come, but today we are looking at the patch notes. The Season 27 is called Amped. If you want to check out the patch notes or watch the trailer for the season, I'll link this down below so you can check that out for yourself. I'll also have linked down below my Twitch. I'll be playing this live tomorrow, so if you want to come hang out while I play. Or you want to check out while I'm playing a lot of Red Sec lately. I still play some Warzone and a bunch of other games. We have our single player Sundays. Twitch is linked down below, as well as my Twitter, which is less gaming focused, more just random shit. Instagram, TikTok, single player YouTube channel, and car, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube channel. If you want to support me here, there, or anywhere, I appreciate it, of course. But let's go ahead and go through the patch notes. So anti-cheat, before we get into the nitty-gritty of seasonal changes, a quick anti-cheat update for y'all. As part of our continued efforts to combat cheaters in Apex Legends, we launched a new detection model in early October to assist us in investigating possible third-party bots in our game. In just 2 weeks, over 1,000 bot accounts were banned. We saw a majority of bans hit Windows PC and Switch. Switch cheaters. That's interesting. Detected bot infection rates spiked after the rollout as expected, meaning the new tech is successfully identifying bots, then tapered off as we ban these accounts. As a result, we saw a meaningful decline of player reports for AFK and abandoned match behavior on Switch. Oh, interesting. And reports per user over the subsequent 28 days decreased for both PC and Switch. Our team is continuing their hard work to establish and maintain competitive integrity, and we will continue to provide updates when we have information to share. Audio updates. We have been developing many new audio systems to address community feedback and improve audio reliability. This season, we're adding a new focused mix option intended to give you control over how you prefer to hear the action. Our new threat system will add dynamic contextual awareness to mix. Multi-band sidechain compression will help enemy footstep audio be heard more clearly. Environmental audio improvements offer a smoother blend between indoor and outdoor spaces. Additionally, we're now armed with improved telemetry to more accurately discover causes of audio failures. We will continue to monitor feedback in our community spaces that helps us understand how these changes affect your gameplay experience as we continue to work on these systems. For more details, please check our audio focus dev blog. So hopefully the footstep audio is fixed. It's one thing that plagues like games across the spectrum of PvP. It's just not enough footsteps. Rolling out some stability stuff. Ranked this season, we're making balance adjustments to kill point values, making eliminations more rewarding across all placements. We're also making changes to loot distribution across ranked drop zone POIs. There will still be some variance, obviously, but we're hoping things feel a lot more even. We will continue to monitor player feedback on this change and general sentiment surrounding drop zones. Additionally, we are reducing the requirement to earn the ranked ladder champion dive trail from 3 completions to 2 to simplify seasonal goals, reduce grind, and make the dive trail more attainable while keeping it a mark of consistent top performance. You'll find out all the details about these changes later in the patch notes. New feature, wish list. How it works: pick 5 legends and 2 weapons to add to your wish list. Depending on the pack, wish list may only impact items of a certain rarity. Specific rarity tier will be noted. If the pack drops a wish list enabled item, you are guaranteed at least 1 item from your chosen legends. All selections must be valid for wish list to be active. A selection is valid as long as you don't own 100% of the items for the legend or weapon class from the Apex pack pool. If a wishlist is inactive or unavailable at the time of opening a wishlist enabled pack, the items will instead draw from the generic Apex pack pool. You get 5 wishlist edits per season. After that, you can keep editing anytime for 500 legend tokens per edit. New Amped Seasonal Pack. This season, we're introducing the Amped Seasonal Pack, available all season long. The special pack is wishlist enabled and gives you a chance at unlocking the new Bird of Prey Mythic R99, new Legend Cosmetics to change up your look, and wishlist activation for Epic Teardrop relevant to your chosen legend or weapons. The Amped Seasonal Pack brings a new and more focused way to earn cosmetics all season long. You can earn up to 5 Amped Seasonal Packs throughout the season via challenges and the free Battle Pass tracks. Patch notes. Balance update. Care package. The triple take is back on the floor. The car is entering the care package. The golden weapons are going to be the Alternator, the G7, the Havoc, the Bocek, and the Akimbo Mozam. Game updates. Extended supply bins and weapon supply bins. Added icons back to the minimap and full map. It never made sense why they took those off of the map, but they did, and they are back. Arsenals increased ammo breaks to give full stacks of applicable ammo type. That's good. Replicator's new craftable item. Arrow bundle, only obtainable when you have the Bocek in your loadout and when you have space for more arrows. It can only be picked up if you're holding a Bocek and it's not full on arrows. They added the mantle boost ability to all legends, granting velocity on a timed input after a mantle. Added options for customizing mantle boost input key or button. Added option to remap character movement ability. Added options for reducing the UI footprint on the HUD for mantle boost. Just to add some more movement. It's really to help controller players keep up with PC movement, although they're not going to nerf aim assist to help PC players keep up with controller aim. Heat shields removed from core BR modes. Tridents updated the model and textures, collision tightened for a smoother ride and to allow occupants to be hit. Trident can now be damaged and destroyed. It has 800 health. Trident occupants and vehicle can be damaged independently, so no more shared damage. In the Trident, Tridents can now damage enemies if hitting them at high speeds. Camera and controls tuned for more responsiveness and precision. Boost meter has replaced the single-use boost. New movement features: jump, press jump to jump from the ground, glide, hold jump to glide when off the ground. While gliding, Trident will very slowly lose altitude. Trident can be steered in any direction, and Trident can boost forward. New healing and spawning features: if a Trident avoids damage for a period of time, it will slowly regenerate health and regress its damage state. Auto respawn to destroyed Trident will be replaced by a new one at its original spawning location after an indicated delay. Improved UI to better indicate the driver and passengers' Trident health and damage information, and control mapping adjusted to account for new features. The Tridents might actually be useful. I avoided them because they weren't super great to drive around the map, and the shared damage was brutal, but that's all gone, and it should move better, plus it can jump and glide. Definitely interested to get in and try those out. Legend changes: Valkyrie, the VTOL jetpack's cooldown and fly speed have been reworked. The cooldown recharge delay significantly reduced, recharge time significantly reduced. Fuel doesn't start recharging until you touch the ground. EMP effects drain jetpack fuel. For speed, horizontal fly speed and strafe significantly increased. Vertical fly speed increased, additional vertical speed when flying straight up. Reduced initial speed for speed boost for first half second, and total fuel reduced and initial fuel consumption slightly increased. So they made you move around more and they made it come back more, but they made it last for less time. Definitely super interested to see how her jetpack feels now. Valkyrie was my first main because I started at the end of Season 12, so she was my first main. Missile Swarm removes self-damage and stun effect, so now you can't hurt yourself with your Missile Swarm, and that is huge. You know, the Missile Storm can help open pushes or push people out of cover, but you couldn't follow. Only your teammates could follow with it. Now you can't hurt yourself with it, which is huge. Added a short full body scan when you do damage with it. Attack damage now puts movement passives on cooldown. Remove 5 seconds of cooldown. Remove vertical clearance firing restriction. Improve missile pathing to work better in some situations, such as low clearance situations. And increased max range. So that's a pretty big buff for her Missile Swarm. So between that and her VTOL jetpack alone, she's definitely going to be better. Skyward Dive increased launch height 15%, reduced cooldown delay by 30 seconds, reduced delay before takeoff, slightly reduced time slowly rising before takeoff, remove self-cancel cooldown penalty, reduced damage cooldown penalty. Skydive improvements allow tactical to be fired when skydiving, except from dropship. That's pretty cool. Land faster when skydiving, spend less time slowly falling near ground. Upgrades for Valkyrie: level 2 afterburners were removed, and now they're included by default. Eyes in the sky moved to level 2, and full coverage charge missile swarm patterns that are 4x5 instead of 3x5. For level 3, full tank removed because the jetpack was reworked. New supersonic ultimate launch time reduced by 50%. And reworked aerial expert improves jetpack horizontal speed, significantly improves handling, decreases initial fuel consumption, and slightly reduces total fuel. Dude, full coverage and then like aerial expert would probably be best. Rampart I think is gonna be huge in the meta. They've really been trying to bring control legends more into the meta. Battle Miter adds Rampart effect to old passive modded loader. Cover walls permanently gain health as Rampart gains Evo levels, so the walls are going to be stronger as you Evo up. Amped cover adds shield roof to the wall, so it's not just the wall, now there's a roof over it, which I think is going to be just a little bit too much, especially with some of these other changes. Walls can now be charged by doing damage through the amped shield or by having the wall damaged by enemies. Wall charge is converted to a speed boost going over the wall. So you can store the walls can store up to 300 damage before they start to break. And if you are a Rampart behind a wall and it has some level of damage, you can go through the wall and get a speed boost as you're going through the shield on the wall. Consume up to 300 damage, results in a 15-second speed boost at full charge. Speed boost time scales linearly with stored charge. Wall charge is only usable by teammates, and each teammate can use store charge individually. Speed boost is automatically given to nearby teammates when the wall is destroyed. Damage to wall is stored at 25%, while damage through amp shields is stored at 100%. Speed boost only applies when sprinting. Battle modder health increases. Wall health increased by 200 per evo level. Shield health increased by 25 per evo level, which is just insane. Health while wall building is reduced. Amped shield arc damage multiplier removed, and wall frag grenade damage multiplier increased. So the walls are going to be super duper strong. I think Rampart's going to be super annoying. She's already kind of annoying, but between the speed boost you can get, the roof over the wall health increase as you evo level up, it's going to be really, those walls are going to be so obnoxious. Level 2, ultimate cooldown removed, bandolier removed, new combat, reserve bigger ammo stacks, extra grenade slots, access to red weapon supply bins, new locked and loaded, gain faster reloads and infinite ammo when behind amped cover and shield is intact. Level 3, ramped up, unchanged, amped reloads removed, replaced with locked and loaded, new rebuild mode, amped cover will regen health and rebuild shield section after not being damaged for a period of time. Then Horizon, lowest pick rate ever, but maintaining a strong encounter win rate. Gravity lift, increased gravity lift speed, increased hover time at the top of the lift. Cooldown reduction, they reduce cooldown by 5 seconds, reduce delay by cooldown by 8 seconds, and effectively reduce cooldown from 35 to 22 seconds. Black hole, reduce cooldown by 30 seconds and increase the black hole health. Upgrades level 2, ultimate and tactical cooldowns were removed. Now they're included by default. Gravity boots, press crouch while in the air to fall much more quickly. That's interesting. And Newt scoot, press jump after exiting gravity lift to glide. That makes her much more of a movement legend for sure, the Newt scoot. The gravity boots are interesting. Help you like go up your lift when someone's above you and be able to land on them instead of like having to glide down. Level 3 conservation of energy is unchanged, combat reserve removed, and new knock expert gain tactical charge on knocks. Revenant reduced the maximum possible velocity of his shadow pounce, so that's a nerf for him. Loot attachments, amps reduced healing rate of overflow healer, added infinite ammo and over armor to early game floor loot. Added over armor potential assault bin amps. I don't think you needed to add them to early game floor loot. I see them all the time early. Not as much infinite ammo and over armor, I guess, but I still see them early game, and we didn't need them more. Attachments, gold laser sight, new laser sight tier added, usable with all SMG and pistol weapons, greatly improves ground and aerial hipfire spread, adds reverse hipfire, continuous firing Titan's hip spread. The new golden lasers sounds really good. Locked hop-ups, double tap trigger, 375 Evo points, locked hop-up points to unlock. Compatible with the alternator. Accelerator removed from all compatible weapons. Skull piercer removed from all compatible weapons. Graffiti mod removed from Spitfire and Eva. Added to Mozambique and Wingman. Gun shield generator removed from Rampage. Added to Triple Take. Select fire receiver increased to 450 points on the charge rifle, which was a previous hotfix. So that's still going to be the same on the Prowler. Weapons, LMGs, all LMGs except L-Star. Remove reverse hipfire mechanic from LMGs. Hipfire spread decreased to compensate. Updated reticles to original plus design. They were powerful in close quarters combat, but that's an interesting change. All marksman weapons reduce projectile size and scaling, decrease projectile launch speed, reduce headshot damage multiplier. The 30-30 is going to go from being pretty high in the meta to pretty low here. 30-30 repeater, headshot multiplier reduced, bow check compound bow added 2 to 4. I don't know why it wasn't on there already. Obviously people were asking for it because their dev note is we did it. Triple take is back to the floor loot, so it's damage reduced to 22 per bullet, increased choke charge time, increased fire rate while hip firing. Pistol P 2020 in the care package, they buffed it, increased the fire rate, and increased magazine size. RE45 burst, horizontal and vertical recoil improvements, and purple mag size increase. So what's interesting is we were supposed to get a different, I think it's called amped weapons, what they called it, out of Ballistics collection. It was supposed to change every season, but I guess the RE45 is just staying that way. And they're not going to be changing it every season like they said they were, because the RE was supposed to be one season and then it would go back to its old RE form, and then they were going to amp up another weapon. I guess they're not doing that. Shotgun Peacekeeper, full burst damage reduced, increased choke charge time, rechamber time decreased, to 1.1, and clip size reduced to 5. SMG alternator got a buff. Ooh, I love the alternator. Damage increased, mag size adjustments, blue mag was decreased, and purple and gold mags were increased. While using double tap trigger, shoots bullets out of each barrel simultaneously. Reduced fire rate and damage per bullet reduced to 15. Car SMG added galvanic gavel hop up, allows the magazine to be swapped between disruptor and hammer point rounds for the car. Obviously, it's in the care package. Upon first pickup, begins on disruptor rounds. Magazine size increased, improved reload speed off the mag swap. Prowler, while in burst fire mode, holding down the trigger now releases subsequent bursts, so you don't have to tap it every time. Ooh, I love that. And slightly increased burst delay. Don't care. I love the other change. Volt SMG increased projectile size in close quarters. Snipers, all snipers reduced projectile size. Charge rifle max damage was reduced. Damage reduced by 40% while using select fire was 25%, and damage scaling minimum distance increased to 75 meters was 50. The charge rifle in the right hands was getting pretty broken, but for the average player, it still wasn't that good. So I welcome these changes. I don't necessarily think they were needed. Olympus added Somers University POI replacing orbital cannon, added gravity engine replacing energy depot, added stabilizer replacing docks, added dockyard POI, added large amounts of additional cover in open rotation spaces around Phase Diver, Oasis, Clinic, Hammond Labs, and Estates. Hammond Labs transformed terrain and added tunnels to protect players and provide additional options to attack the waterfall high ground. Hammond Labs moved additional cover from control mode into base map, including the home base structures. Hammond Labs added jump tower behind Hammond Labs. Rift added new camp in center of Rift to reduce open space, added additional covered open space in Rift. Rift replaced vacuum behavior of Rift teleporter with a horizon lift to prevent players from entering accidentally. That's a great change. Rift added a large camp between Rift Gardens to resolve the previous large open space and help players contest the high ground. Also good. Grow Towers replaced the third Grow Tower with buildings and tunnels to help players safely rotate through the POI when teams are holding the towers. Added a jump tower. Turbine added a new camp underneath the highway between Turbine and Estates to prevent players from being gate-kept at the ramp. Turbine added a new rotation from the east tunnel that connects directly to Gravity Engine, previously Energy Depot. Carrier added 2 additional doors at the central checkpoint to prevent the fight from stalling. Phase Diver increased Phase Driver loot cooldown from 45 to 90 seconds. Added a camp in the circular pit between Hammond Labs and Somers University, previously Orbital Cannon. Bonsai Plaza added additional zip lines to access high walls around the POI. That's definitely needed. Removed a large amount of trident barriers across the map. Pubs ranked rotation: Olympus, Broken Moon, World's Edge. God, if that was E-District, it'd be my perfect map rotation, but I don't hate Broken Moon like so many people do. Still far and away better than King's Canyon, and some days I like it more than Storm Point, so good map rotation. Mixtape, wildcard stuff. Skip all of this. Skip this stuff. Like I said, this will be linked down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Ranked, here's all the kill point changes. You can pause to read them, but I'm not too concerned with reading them right now. Drop zone loot overhaul. They're just going to make the loot better. Ranked ladder. Here's the start and end dates. Ranked challenges. Bug fixes. Wildcard fix players be able to revive each other to stay alive in the ring longer than intended. Locked top-ups. Ranked miss. Fixed the infinite ammo amp. Fixed retro packs in the store. Fixed skydive emotes. Fixed health bars. Fixed a wall that could be seen through around artillery. I don't think there's anything super important here for legend bugs. Quality of life changes to Requeue a squad. Requeue has been expanded to allow players outside of a party to opt into continuing to play together. The UX UI, and then UX or UI added a button prompt in the Legends locker screen for Legend skins, weapon skins, and melee skins to show hide the UI to get a better view of the cosmetic. Standardized a number of square button widgets, mostly in the lobby menu, to achieve a more consistent interactivity and aesthetic across the game. MISC added a new voice chat option to toggle your microphone. Ranked added announcer voiceover saying which drop zone your teammate is landing at. Note the core on Broken Moon and Trident on Storm Point do not currently have voiceover. Legends Valkyrie fixed green color correction when skydiving being oversaturated. Rampart allow interactions such as looting while holding Sheila. Added additional placement mode for walls by pressing aim down sights. You can place a single wall and then pull out your weapon, matching the launch behavior. Placing a wall with the attack button is unchanged from the current behavior. Reduced size of amp bullet tracers while shooting through an amp cover. Rampart added voice lines while being summoned to the Void Nexus when knocked. PC improved the performance of loading models and textures on systems with integrated graphics. Added PC support for handheld slash compact UI, which makes it easier to play Apex on PC handheld devices. One thing that was not in here was lowering the height of the dropship, which I know people greatly wanted. Overall, I mean, I'm interested to see how the Olympus changes play because I love Olympus, but I'm not against a map shakeup. I like that kills are being reemphasized a little more in ranked. I wish the dropship was being a little bit lower. I'm afraid Rampart's going to be broken. Valkyrie is definitely going to be better. Horizon's definitely going to be better than she was, although I still probably won't love Horizon knowing me. And the meta, I think, maybe the alternator moves up in the spot in meta, but the R9's still ground loot. The car's obviously in care package, that changes that. P20s are still in care package, that changes that. Long range loot, there wasn't any significant long range changes other than maybe the 30-30 and the charge rifle. I still think the flatline and R3 will be overall the best. But we'll see once the changes actually come in and we start playing it. But that's the patch notes. That's my thoughts on the patch notes. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you like this type of content. Warzone content, game reviews, maybe some Battlefield Red Set content coming up. If you like any of that, you want to see it first, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out all the links in the description. If you want to support me here, there, anywhere, once again, I really do appreciate it. So thank you again for watching. I will see you on Olympus, Broken Moon, and World's Edge. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.